I do have a follow-up question, and if any of the other members would like to have a follow-up question as well, we'll offer that at this time. Contracts were awarded. Are those contracts reassignable from one company to another? You know, if you win a contract, can you then reassign it to someone? And if so, if that is the case, what actions has CMS taken to make sure that they're a qualified company?
I don't believe they're reassignable, Mr. Chairman. I think that, you know, in the course of business, a supplier could be bought, but we reserve the right to terminate a contract anytime we like if we don't feel like the terms of the contract will not be met. And if we do that, we will withdraw the contract and we will place another contract supplier in their place.
So
they can't just reassign
it. Who purchases the smaller company by a larger company? Are you looking at that process
right.
on every single contract?
They are required to report to us if that is going to happen.
So let's say a large company buys out a small company that the large company was denied. Can they assume that contract then?
I think that, again, we have the right to not accept that relationship.
But they weren't qualified the first time, though. Mm-hmm. You're saying they weren't qualified the first time they submitted the bid.
Mm-hmm. And so we have the right to review that and make a determination that we're not going to accept that.
So it only seems rightfully so if you denied them the very first time. If they buy a company that has a contract, then they should not be they shouldn't be able to have that contract.
Well, if we deny them on a price issue and that's now mute, it may not be the case. But if we deny them on another type of issue that was more of a program integrity concern or something else, that could be a concern.
Back to the quality of care based upon the company's accreditation. Some of these companies were actually awarded contracts in areas of which they have never serviced. So how do you look at quality of care from the beneficiary standpoint if they have never been in that type of, and you know, what gives them the qualifications to you be able to award them with a contract if they've never been in that business?
That's a very good question. I think that what we have said is that we do understand that companies come into new areas all the time, have for years. What we have now in place is an accreditation program and financial standards to ensure that we have viable entities there for the long term to meet beneficiary needs and those that meet our quality requirements. So that's standards in place that didn't exist before that we think give us some assurance of quality of care and viable entities.